Hey guys, it's Angie. Well, so I did go to vote today, and I did wear my shirt just like I said I would. Um, I have been dealing with this campaign issue already because a friend of mine got denied her right to vote, is how I got into this. So I wanted to see if they really meant it. I went there expecting to be arrested because I was told by the Secretary of State Elections Director that he would have me arrested if I wore a Trump shirt to the polls. And I was prepared for that, but I wasn't prepared to be given a choice. They've apparently sent it down the wire, which I knew they would. I told everybody they were going to be prepared for this because me and him did not have kind words. We kind of got into it over it. I knew going in that I would probably be denied my right to vote, but I still wanted to see if they really will deny your right to vote, and they will. They'll deny your right to vote. You can't wear a Trump shirt. There is no law that says you can't wear a political shirt. The law is 150 foot for campaigning. It's for electioneering, and it was designed to stop voter interference, not create more. The Supreme Court has already ruled on this, that it does not apply to voter apparel, but Georgia is just going to need to be sued, I guess, because they're taking away your right to vote. But they told me I could vote, but it would cost me $500. So if I want to vote wearing a Trump shirt, I will have to pay $500 fine to the Secretary of State. So they've went and found this little loophole to get around it. All of y'all saying, oh, you can't wear a shirt to vote. Okay, you're sheeple. So if you want to bend over and take it up the ass, you go ahead and bend over and take it up the ass with no lube. But I live in America, and we're free here. This is a violation of my right to free speech, my right to expression, and my voter rights, and probably some more. I don't need to be given a dress code to go vote. I'm 49 years old. If I want to wear a shirt supporting the President of the United States, I should be able to wear a shirt that supports the President of the United States and not pay $500 to do it. And you would think a voting precinct would be the biggest place you should be able to show support for your damn president. I just wonder if I'd went in there in a Biden shirt, if it had been the same result. I don't know. I don't care, but it's going to cost a vote. I went in there early voting with the intent of letting them deny me so I'd have time to go back and do a vote later, but I'm just not going to vote. So yeah, they're going to win. And to me, they've already won. If they're going to dictate what we wear down to mask, go put your little mask on, take your Trump shirt off, don't wear your sidearm, you can't carry a gun. There's another constitutional right. You can't carry that in the precinct. Can't carry it in government buildings. These things go against our constitutional rights. You can go out there and burn a damn building down in a peaceful protest, club people over the head, but don't go wear your Trump shirt. No, you get fined $500 for wearing a Trump shirt. So, I was calm. I didn't get, they let me fill out my paperwork and everything. And when I started to go in to vote, then they told me I couldn't vote. So, I said, so you're denying my right to vote? And they said, no, we don't deny the right to vote, but you can't vote wearing a Trump shirt. And he showed me the 150-foot rule that was behind him. I said, that don't say anything about a Trump shirt. And the Supreme Court's already ruled on that. They said that don't apply to voting apparel. That was meant to stop voter interference, not create more. And he got mad, went and got somebody else. She was very, very nice. I wasn't expecting to be told I'd have to pay $500 to cast my vote. So I'm not going to pay $500 for the right to vote. It's a free right. I'm an American. And I told him, I said, I don't follow your little rules. I follow the Constitution of the United States of America. My Constitution says I have a right to free speech and a right to vote and a right to expression. I wasn't out there campaigning or electioneering. I never said a word to anybody. I filled out my paperwork and I went to cast my vote. But I did know going in, and it is what it is. But my pride's going to get me, and I'm just not going to vote. It's going to cost It's going to cost some votes. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to, I don't know. I drew my line in the sand when they started tearing down my statues of, I drew my line in the sand that day. I'm not going to budge. I'm not willing to give up another right. Even, I was prepared to go to jail today. I wasn't prepared to be told I had to pay $500 to cast my vote. So they caught me off guard. Kudos to them for that. But it means that much to me that I was willing to go ahead and go to jail over it. If that's what it took to make my point, then I was willing to do it. But I'm not willing to agree to pay $500. I don't know. So at this point, I just need an attorney. I've been denied my right to vote over a Trump shirt. There was 2 people went in ahead of us and nobody after us. We were the only people there as far as I know, me and my husband, other than those that went ahead of us. We got there close to close. We stopped on our way to go eat today to try to vote. And there wasn't even anybody there to campaign to. So, I don't know. I have a problem with this. I have a really big problem when you live in the United States of America and you can't wear a Trump shirt to a voting precinct. That's too far. It's too far for me. It's way too far. I don't even wear the mask. I don't agree with a mask. You know, I've worked to the doctor's office. If there's a legitimate reason for these things, that's one thing. But I don't need a mask. I'm not sick, so I'm not wearing a mask either. And I'm 49 years old. I'm not going to be given a dress code to go vote. I'm just not doing it. I just refuse. I won't do it. So my vote will not be cast this year, and that's a shame. But I was planning to vote for Trump, Marjorie Greene, Kelly Loeffler, and Nick Ware. And I was going to vote yes on all of the ordinances. So if you lose by 1 vote, there you go. If it happens to be 1 vote, then they've turned my vote away. They've refused to let me vote. It is what it is. I know a lot of y'all are saying, hey, that's the law. It's the rules. You're missing the point. That's the whole point of this is, you know, the girl that went in to vote that was denied her right to vote, they made her turn her shirt inside out. She didn't do it intentionally. She was really going in there to vote, and they made her cry. They upset her so bad, they made her cry. And they would have done that to me today if I'd have let them. You know, the gentleman at the table was not happy. He took it personally. And he went and got a woman who didn't take it personally. She looked like she wanted to hide under a rock. She'd rather been anywhere but standing there telling me I couldn't vote. And it's just not a rule I would enforce. There's just no way I would tell somebody what to wear to go vote. I could understand if I was out there handing out campaign gear or even trying to sway people to vote. Even open my mouth and talk to somebody, but I didn't. I didn't say 1 word. I sat down, filled out my paperwork, and started in the door and got told I couldn't go. I wish I'd have kept my paperwork. She asked for it back, and I gave it back to her, but I had all my personal information on it, and if it wasn't going to be cast, I probably should have brought that back home. So, I don't know how y'all feel about that. So far, everybody's siding with the county, that they feel like they have a right to tell you what to wear to go vote. I do not. I don't even think they should have a right to tell you can't carry your firearm. If you have a concealed carry permit, it should qualify you anywhere. You've already passed the background checks and things. You know, I have a problem with that, but I wasn't going to argue that part. But honestly, I'm ready to fight the whole shebang. I'm tired of my constitutional rights being taken away. I'm tired of trying to do things the right way while I watch on TV of all this stuff getting done the wrong way. And, you know, Antifa and Black Lives Matter goes in there and just blows a city up. And all of a sudden, everybody's got to remove their damn statues, but I can't go vote in a Trump shirt. I don't know. This has really hit me wrong. It's rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm going to dig in on this. I'm not going to change my mind. I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot, even before it happened, and this wasn't my intent. My intent was to go get denied, make the point, and then go back and vote. But I'm not going to vote. If my vote mattered, they'd do away with the petty bullshit. So, I have a right to wear a Trump shirt if I want to wear a Trump shirt. I don't have a right to campaign in an election year and interfere with other voters' rights, but I don't feel like I did that. I know I didn't do that because there wasn't any other voters there but me. So, other than the ones that already went in. There was some inside, but there wasn't any outside. There was 2 filling out paperwork when I walked up, and they went in before we sat down. It was just me and Darren. So, it is what it is. We were heading to go eat, and I just haven't had time to get back on here, but I have looked at some of the comments and saw that everybody is pretty much conformed to this rule, except for me. That's scary to me. It's scary to me that you can be told to take your shirt off and you'll take your shirt off, or wear a mask and you're not even sick and you'll run home and put a mask on. That to me is, I don't know how to make people see what I see. I probably can't, but that's scary to me. Scary to me at how quick people will fall in line and conform to just stuff that makes no sense. We're letting them take our constitutional rights away one by one, and it's been so gradual that we're all already brainwashed. If this had happened a year ago, I probably wouldn't think nothing about it, honestly. I would just be like everybody else. Well, who cares? Just don't wear the shirt. I care. I care. This is not a year ago. We're living in a time where we're being challenged, and the rule followers are falling in line. We're getting treated... We're losing more and more rights because they know we'll cooperate. They just pass down laws and we comply. The rule breakers are winning. You know, I don't know what the answer is here, because I don't want a civil war and I don't want to go blowing up buildings. I think that's disgraceful and anti-American. But what's the answer here? You know, when the rule followers, people who want to conform and get along and do the right thing, can't even go vote wearing a t-shirt, we have a problem, people. When you can't go to a restaurant without walking to your table without putting a mask on, we have a problem here. This is... I just don't know how. You know, growing up like I did, maybe I can just see it. This stuff really scares me. And if we don't take a stand... I tell you, we can't even get enough people to stand up and show up wearing Trump shirts to change a little local rule that don't even make any sense. How are we going to fight for our constitutional rights? How are we going to keep them? What little we have now, how are we going to keep them? There's just not enough people willing to stand up and take the stand. So, I don't know. I hope everybody shows up in a Trump shirt, and I hope y'all go home and refuse to vote till they change their little rule. And I hate it, because this is the most important election probably of our lifetime. But I'm not going to conform. I won't do it. I'm just too proud. I just won't vote. And that's sad to me. It's sad to me that I can be denied my right to vote over a t-shirt. So you can look at it as I'm being petty and not changing, or is the law petty that they'll take it so far as deny your right to vote? Because I see it the other way. I just can't believe there's even a law like this on the books. Well, there isn't a law like this on the books. It says you can't campaign. It doesn't say you can't wear a Trump shirt or a Biden shirt or a Marjorie Greene shirt. It just don't. I've done extensive research on it, and there's no law. There is no law. It says you can't campaign an election year, and the Supreme Court ruled that that did not apply to voter apparel. But they're applying it to voter apparel in Georgia. In Catoosa County, they are anyway. So, there you go. You're in the United States of America, and you can't go vote. You can't carry your weapon in there with a permit. You can't carry your cell phone in. You can't wear your shirt. That's hard for me to believe. It's just hard for me to believe. But it happened. I tested it out. It's true. It happened. They won't let you in unless you agree to pay a $500 fine. So, and they said that that's not denying your right to vote, because they're giving you a choice to pay $500 and vote, or not pay $500. Or you can not wear your Trump shirt. So, I'm mad. I'm really angry. And I'm more sad for our country right now that we are living in a time where you can't even wear a presidential shirt to go cast a vote. That's piss poor. It's anti-American. It's not patriotic. And the people who should be supporting our president and right to vote the most are turning voters away. So, welcome to America. New World Order. Welcome to socialism. Welcome to being told what you can wear, when you can wear it, when you go get your right to carry your gun, but you can't carry it to go vote. Can't carry it in a government building. Can't carry it in private stores. Y'all catching on to this yet? They're taking it. They're taking your rights one by one. It's got to stop. It's just got to. And if we can't fix a petty t-shirt rule, how are we going to stand up for our right to bear arms? How are we going to keep our right to own our guns? I'm furious, y'all. But that's what happened. That's my stance on it. And I fully understand I look ignorant to some and probably not to others. It is what it is. But this matters to me. This matters to me. This mattered to me enough to go to jail. I won't pay $500. I just won't. I won't be charged for the right to vote. I hope you all call, and I did call Governor Kemp's office from the parking lot, told him I'd just been denied my right to vote. They didn't give two shits, just like they didn't the first time I called. They told me to call the Secretary of State. Same as last time. I intend to call the White House tomorrow, and I'm going to go in there and do a online. You can contact the White House online. I don't know if it'll go anywhere, but I am going to contact everybody. Everybody. I want every senator, congressman in America to know that they are denying voters the right to vote. And they just cost Donald Trump a vote, Kelly Loeffler a vote, Nick Ware a vote, and Marjorie Greene a vote. So, if you lose by one vote, it was me. You would have won. So, y'all have a good day.